Speech production. I will talk about speech production, source filter, model, source spectrum, speech spectrum, typical levels, F0, formants, vowel space, dimensions used to classify consonants. Okay, the glottis is the opening between the vocal folds in the larynx and is responsible for the production of sound. Yes, so we have the glottis. So we have the glottis, altså hvad det hedder, ja, stemmebåndet, ja, og vocal folds, og så, yes, and the movements of the vocal folds during a period of vibration, yes. So when the glottis is closed, we have the glottis can be closed, it can be open, closing, closed, opening, closing, and closed. Then we have some source spectra, and from the vocal folds, and it will decrease about 12 dB per octave. Okay, and yes, we have a draw here. Vocal folds with the glottis open, the open and closed, open, and so on. A complete cycle of vocal fold vibration viewed from a larynx. Successive time frames are illustrated from the left. For female speaker, the entire cycle would take around 4.5 milliseconds. That means that the period is 4.5 milliseconds. That means that the frequency would be about 220 Hz. That should be the F0. Yeah, and we have anatomy. We have the larynx, and we have vocal folds on the larynx and pharynx. We have the lips. We have the teeth, nasal cavity, and tongue. Okay, and all those things. I'm not a doctor. Source filter model for voiced model. Source, vibrating vocal folds. Fundamental frequency or source, we call it F0. Pitch of voice. Then we have the filter. There's a resonance of vocal tracts, and the formants F1 and F2 are also there, and phonemes. So we have a source and a filter. You can say acoustic, like a resonance, like the guitar's resonance body. There's a vocal tract is called also, yeah. And then the speech, source, filter, and speech. Speech organs. Okay. We have some muscles for the lung, the air in the lung, and the lungs muscles are pressing the lung, and when there's pressure from the muscles, the vocal folds and will open up because of the glottis, and then they're passing, and they make this source spectrum. And there's a pharynx cavity, mouth cavity, and nasal cavity. And then there can come an output from the mouth or nasal output. Yeah. So yes, it's just very simple described. So we have a first approximation, vocal folds for a male from mouth to vocal folds is an open-closed. You can call it an open-closed cylinder, and and the length is from mouth to vocal folds is about 17 centimeters. Then we have some transfer functions, and with some poles, and it turns out that the poles are about 1/4 of wavelengths, three uh, 1/4 3/4 of a wavelength, 5/4 of a wavelength, and so on. And 1/4 of wavelengths is, yes, let me see, the wavelength is 68 centimeters. So yes, and then the frequency is 340 meters divided by 0.68 is 500 hertz. So it's 500 hertz poles at 500 hertz. 3 times 500 hertz is 1500 hertz. 2500 hertz. Uh, 3500 hertz and 4500 hertz and so on. It's a transfer function. Yeah. Okay. So make some poles like in a music instrument. Comparison of resonances for males, females, and children. Males have the longest length, the distance from mouth to vocal folds. Women has a shorter one, and of course, infants has really small. So the what's called the polar poles for frequencies are shorter for men than for women, and of course for children. So there are many more of them of maximus than for women, and especially for children. Vocal tract. This is a system where the noise is formed. It's a filter. You have an oral cavity from velum gainen to lips, and we have a nasal cavity, tongue, and larynx, vocal forms, strubehoved, I think, and so on. Yes. Source filter model summary. We have glottal airflow, open, closed, and so on. And then there comes some, and then through the vocal tract in a filter function, and then output from lips. The glottals, the vocal folds are escaping source spectrum, which decreases at 12 dB per octave, or was it 12 dB per octave, or was it 12 dB? Yeah, per octave. And yes, looking. Wait a minute. 12 dB per octave. Yes. And magnitude, source spectrum magnitude, of course. Yes. In decibels. And okay, and in the vocal tract there are some filter function. So we have the frequencies of 500, 1500, and 2500 is the resonances equal to the formant frequencies. Yeah. So it's a model, and it gives a spectrum, output spectrum. Yeah. Yes. And speech production, vowels. There are some vowels in Danish: a, e, o, u, y, o. Yeah. Consider heat, head, and hat. Heat, head, and hat, or versus cheer, read, and read. Glad, and Danish glad, bor, du. The acoustics is different from Sounds are different from writings. How many vowels in speech? English 11, more than 11. Danish more than 20. I don't know what it means by that. So we can have some, for instance, in the heat, we have some, you can say F1 is about 500 hertz. Heat, it's a constriction. There's a constriction in heat because it's high heat, and front heat. Okay, and then we have some also formants F2, F3, F4. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And those formants F1 is about the formants are resonance for the formants are changing in accordance to the words. That I understand it. Then law, back and low. We can make some vowel space with constrictions. Constrictions is because of the consonants. High to low. High, it's the F1, the first formants with a high, okay, with a high constriction from 200 hertz up to 1100 hertz. And back to front is F2 is from about 1000 hertz to 3000 hertz. Yeah. And this pattern will change for the different words. Normally, male have a lower frequencies than women. So the F1 formants are lower than men, and of course, and also the F2. Yes. So yeah. High constriction, low constriction. Okay. The formants are dependent of those constrictions. Okay. Again, summary. In Mandarin, in tonal languages, variations in speech distinguish in lexical items, different words. For instance, in Mandarin, different words. Summary: F1 goes constriction from high to low, then the frequencies are increasing, and for F2 from back to front, also the frequencies are increasing. Source spectrum from the vocal folds, filter in the vocal tract, and speech from the lips. Speech production consonants. What is the same between these sounds, or what is different? P is consonants now. P, T, K, P, T, K. Different place but same manner. P, T, K. I'm not good in this. And S, Z, same place, different voicing. M, B, same place. M, B, same place, different manner. T, S, same place, different manner. S, F, different place, same manner. 3 classification dimensions. Place of articulation, where, manner of articulation, how, and voicing. Use vocal folds, yes or no? Okay. Then the place of articulation are bilabials, alveolars, and velars. Okay, I continue this was part 1.